Begin transmission.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey guys, how y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Let's see who all's in the chat today. If I sound good, I got to turn my mic on, don't I? Yeah, there we go. Hey, let me do an audio check real quick. Give me a 5x5 there in the chat if my audio is fine. Give me a 5x5 if my video is fine. Let me know. Let's see who all showed up. We got Adam from Radical Toy, and we got Rolando Flores in the house. Good to see you guys. Yeah, this is thank you. Glad to know it's 5x5 there, Rolando. Yeah, I my back's killing me, and I had to take off from work early today, so I decided to come down here and open up a couple of action figures that I just picked up. Good to see you there, Rolando. Yeah, man, good to see you, everybody. So, how's everybody doing today? Are y'all all excited about the news about the new Snake Mountain that's going to be released? I do have some pictures of it. If you'd like to look at it, just let me know. Yeah, that's why I'm on, Adam. I'm hurting right now. My back's killing me. I just took a little bit of pain medicine, got me some coffee. I had to run by Walmart on the way home, and I went down to the toy aisle and I picked up the action figures over here that I have on the toy cam. And I've got the Undertaker back there. I got Papa Shango, and I got Mankind. I got Papa Shango for a couple of reasons. That necklace, I want to put that on Conan, and I want to steal his hat. The rest of him, I could care less about. He's going to wind up being some kind of fodder for action figures. I couldn't help but pick up Undertaker, man. He is just cool as hell. Undertaker's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, and so is Mick Foley. So I had to pick up Mankind. And I'm curious to see what all we got in the packages with them today. I want to see if Mankind's face mask comes off where we can see Foley's ugly mug underneath there. That would be interesting. And let's just, we'll dive right in just a minute. That little dragon there in the front, I picked him up today as well. You just can't go wrong with these kind of little figures. They just add ambiance to any diorama that you're setting up. So how's everybody doing today? Like I said, are you guys excited about the news from Mattel? Is anybody gonna try to go for the frog monger there, or the frog mongler, or whatever his name is, the little frog creature that's supposed to be from the depths of Castle Grayskull that you're supposed to be able to see on the sticker, but I don't see him that well on that sticker. Maybe I need to relook at it here one day and see. I'm kind of a little interested in the frogmonger because he's just something special and new. Now, the Skella He-Man, I know that the German fans will be interested in him because he actually comes from one of the German audio plays, the one with Anti-He-Man in it, because in Anti-Eternia, Keldor is He-Man and the hero. So that's interesting. The figure itself, I'm not interested in personally. I think it's just another repaint and a way to make some money real quick with what they already have. So I'd love to see what you guys think about that. See what Radical Toys is saying here. He says Moss Man, he's priority. Yeah, I'm interested in Moss Man as well. And Moss Man is going to be a retail figure, Walmart exclusive. And we found out why he's a Walmart exclusive. He's a Walmart exclusive because in order to do the flocking, they have to have a backer. And Walmart tends to back. So they backed Flocked Panther, so they're going to back Flocked Moss Man. And that's why he's a Walmart exclusive. I'll probably started my stream by the time you went to bed, but the stream got fixed. Yeah, I hated. I had to hit the sack, but I usually go to bed at 8 o'clock, and I don't stay up too long after 8. So that's why that is. Says he's going to go for the Frogmonger. He has all the parts minus the feet and arms. He's Skeletor passing on. Yeah, I don't blame you. Hey, Bruiser Brawler, good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm doing a surprise live stream today because my back's hurting me and I had to leave work. I just couldn't work with my back in the shape that it's in right now. And I'm hoping that if I rest it today without working, that maybe I'll be 100% tomorrow. I know I got to work Saturday. And let me let you guys know right now, I'm probably not going to be live streaming on Sunday as usual. I will live stream the following Sunday after that if nothing else happens. I've got an event that I have to attend on Sunday, and I probably will not be back in time to get on here. So I'm not even going to try, and I'm not going to do anything. So I've released a video earlier yesterday. Hope you guys had a chance to watch it. It was about seeing through commercials. It was just a cute little thing that I've had here in my collection of fun stuff that I thought I would share with you guys. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, watch it. It's kind of funny and it's old from the 1970s, and you probably will enjoy such a thing. So, are you guys ready for me to open up some figures? Let me know in the chat there which one you want me to hit first. Do you want me to get that Papa Shango out first? Do you want me to go to Mankind or the Undertaker? I will be awaiting your responses there. I'll tell you now. All right, we got one vote for Undertaker from Radical Toys. He wants me to open the Undertaker, so that's one vote. I know I'm going to go for that Snake Mountain. I've been itching for a Snake Mountain for years, and this new Snake Mountain is much, much, much better than the old one. And I can guarantee you that the colors are going to be different on the release toy than what you saw there on that prototype. And that snake is going to be fixed as well. That's just a prototype. They said that they're still working on that snake, and they're going to make it look a heck of a lot better by the time it gets released. And the reason the end of the snake, the head and behind the head has that distinctive look to it is they're trying to match the snake that you saw in the cartoons of Filmation. Yeah. And as you could see above the door, there's a point to the Snake Mountain, so that once again harkens back to the Filmation cartoon. Bruiser Brawler says he wants to see Snake Mountain for sure, and Snake Mountain. That Snake Mountain has a great feature with the pool that has the peg system. You can pop your character's waist on. That's correct. There will be some creatures in the pool there, and you can pop those creatures off, and the pegs that they're on will match the pegs that are on the waists of the release figures, and we will see that and be able to put our figures in and look like that they're swimming in the pool or sinking down into the pool. And Undertaker, we got a vote from Bruiser Brawler to open that Undertaker. So, anybody else want to chime in and let us know that if you want me to open another figure besides Undertaker? We've already got 2 votes for Undertaker right now. Said it doesn't look like the microphone is returning on it, though. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to save money. As a matter of fact, if you look behind the bone throne on those pictures, the little bone throne that's up there, you will see the design that was on the cover of that microphone. It looks like they're doing that in 3D. So that was where the battery cover was for the microphone. And so there's no place to put the battery back there, but all that design that was on that sticker is now sculpted 3D back there. So that kind of makes up for that. And the play features and play value that you see in there are going to help. And if you just want the microphone or to be able to make that funny sound, you can download an app for your phone that will change your voice, and you can emulate that. So it's not something that anybody would miss too much, I don't think, in that toy, considering all of the extras that are coming in there, such as the cage, which you can move from one part to the other part of the play set, so that when the figures come in the iron door up there, and there's a trap door underneath that, and instead of going into a net that doesn't quite work, you can have them fall into the dungeon cage. So that's kind of a cool little feature there. So that kind of makes up for no microphone. So nobody else has chimed in and said anything about me opening up anything else. So we're going to hit the Undertaker first. So let me take myself off the toy cam here. No need for an overlay on there. And I'll leave the chat up so you guys can look at the chat while I'm opening up some figures here. So we're going to start with the Undertaker. We'll move the old dragon off to the side here. And we'll start with the Undertaker. Includes fabric entrance duster. Undertaker. And it looks like he's got a tie on there. And on the back it says Rest in Peace, Tombstone, Death Valley. And it shows the other figures in the wave. Papa Shango, which I've got. $1 Million Man, which I saw but I passed on. And Mankind, which I have. So here we go. We're going to pop him right on open and get right down to business. All right, so we don't need this anymore. Let's see how he's held in there. Yeah, he's held in there with the little strap there. We're going to kind of just go around those and get him right on out. So there he is, the Undertaker in all his glory. Let's see if he'll stand up here on camera for us. Get the camera down there where you can see him. And it looks like we got some extra hands here. And they are gloved hands. He's wearing, it looks like gray gloves there. So the extra hand package here that came with him is gray hands to match the gray gloved hands that he's got on. And we have a new hand sculpt here. This is a different gripping sculpt than the one that we've seen before. So it's a different grip sculpt. So that's interesting as well. And let's see what's in the little package with the hands in it here. See what you guys are saying in the chat here. Nobody's talking right now, so that's okay. Let me hide that. All right. Is his neck painted? It looks like it's a bit off, or is that a shirt? His neck is painted, but he also is wearing a shirt underneath there, and he's got a cloth tie around his neck. I'm still trying to get these hands open. I'm going to have to end up cutting that tape there because it's just not coming loose. Take a little cut there and get it started. There we go. Now, put our knife away before I cut myself. If Jim was around, he would tell me to be careful. All right, here we go, guys. Pretty much we got an open hand for both hands. We got regular grip fist for one side, and we've got a fist for the other side. So that's our hand package. That's going to go into my fodder bin. All right, so let's look at Undertaker. He's got a removable hat. I'm going to pop his head here for a minute. He's got his tie, and under his duster, he's wearing a shirt. And he's got, looks like spats over his boots. This is a new sculpt as well. We haven't seen this sculpt before. And this looks like the standard boot sculpt for feet. He's got peg holes in the bottom. Here's the back side of his duster. It says 2019 Mattel, made in China. That's a standard buck there. And they painted his neckline here. And that's how that goes. And I can put his tie back on. Let's put that around his neck there. And pop his head back on. What do you guys think about the head sculpt on that? I'd like to see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hey, Michael Purvis, good to see you. Glad you showed up, man. Just opening up some figures, man. Just having a good time. We got the Undertaker open. And now I'm interested in opening Papa Shango for a reason. I want to steal his accessories. And I really don't care too much about the figure itself. Everybody knows that he also was the Godfather, so that's kind of interesting there. See, he looks good. Origins. I don't know, something though can't go wrong. All right. Let's see. We got Papa Shango here. We're gonna pop him open. And ZCD99 says he's looking forward to Mankind. We'll get Mankind after Papa Shango. I want Shango for a reason here. There's a lot going on with Papa Shango though. Get him out of the package. We'll take a look at the package real quick. It says includes fabric entrance cape, Papa Shango. On the back it says voodoo curse, beware of Papa Shango. The spell has been put on you. And of course there's the cross sale. So on the other package, he's also got some extra hands. I'll go ahead and pop them off real quick. That out of the way, and we'll try to get him off the package. He has a cape on, and the cape is going through a hole in the back of the package here. And get that to pop loose from his hand there. Hand over here, in his feet. We can take that out of the way. He has a removable hat, I think. Yes, his hat comes off. And there's Papa Shango. And of course, I want that necklace. So I'm going to steal it right now. And we'll pop his head back on. Let's see what he's wearing here. He's got, this is held on with straps under his armpits. There are elastic bands that are holding his entrance cape on. And here is his entrance cape. This is all cloth goods. It's made from that fray-free fabric, like the action figures in the old days used to have. This is some kind of faux leather here. Yeah, that's kind of very interesting. And then there's Papa Shango's face paint there over his face. And not a bad job of that. And he's wearing his boots, and he's got designs going down his legs, like a snake design. And he's got that also on his abs and on his back. And he's got tattoos all on his arms. All his arms are just covered in sleeve tattoos. He's got bands around, painted around the bottom parts of his arms at his wrists. And that's Papa Shango. Not a bad sculpt. And I'll put him off the side because all I want is this necklace and hat. And he also has the new gripping hands on his as hands. And he's got a package of extra hands here as usual. These figures always come with the extra hands. I'm going to cut the tape on this one just like I did the Undertaker's because it looks like it's just too hard to get that tape to come up. So let me just cut that loose there. Put the knife back away. And same deal. He's got a standard gripping hand, two open palm hands, and one closed fist. More hands to go into the fodder basket. All right. And let's see what we're saying here. Maniac Plastic Toy Shop says that's Michael Purvis. He's saying the Undertaker's my favorite wrestling figure. And okay. He looks good. Origins bodies though, and can't go wrong. That's right. That's one of the reasons why I love these action figures. They just make wonderful action figure fodder. So, do you plan to use the necklace for custom? That's correct, ZCD99. In a minute, I'm going to pull my Conan figure out, and I'm going to put that necklace on Conan. So that's what I'm going to be doing with that. All right, so let's get to Mankind real quick, get him open before I start. There he is on the front. Includes fabric gear. Mankind. Says, have a nice day. Foley is good. Mandible Claw. Mrs. Foley's baby boy. All right, let's get him open. I'm curious to see if his mask comes off. That's what my curiosity is. I just love Mick Foley. Check that out. You can take these out and use them. All right, let's put the box over here to the side. Free Mick from his plastic prison here. That off to the side. And let us see if this comes off. I think it might. Let's pop his head off and see. Let's see. That comes loose. And look at there. Check that out. It does come off. All right. So I'm going to put that off the side. I'm going to put Foley's head back on so we can see him in all his glory there. He's got a shirt, soft goods shirt on. Underneath that, he's got a standard buck, non-painted. He's got his fingers painted here in the middle as if he's wearing the mandible claw glove. Standard boots, standard legs. He's got knee pads on. And there we go. That's Mankind. Let's see how easy it is to get this mask to go back on. Let's see if it's going to be hard at all. There we go. And there's 2 tabs here that go under a slot in his hair. So that goes right under there like that. There we go. And check it out. It went right back on his face. Good deal. All right. So I'm going to put these guys off to the side. And I'm probably going to use this as Orko's magic hat to do the magic tricks with instead of that little dollhouse one that I showed off on the live stream on Sunday. But the first thing I've got to do is I've got to get this off, and that is not a sticker. Oops, I dropped it. Oh. Fell in the floor. Anyway, that's not a sticker on there, guys. That's painted on there, or a emblem of some sort. That's not a sticker. So here he is, his hat. Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's not a sticker. So I'm going to have to use some kind of remover to get that off of there. And it doesn't. It chips, but I'm going to have to probably use some nail polish remover or something to get that off. It looks like a decal, but it's not a. It's like a transfer decal of some sort. So it's really on there. So I mean, it's not going to come off very easily. But that's the top hat. But what are we going to do with that necklace? We're going to put him on Conan, and I've got to find out which one of my action figure boxes that I've got Conan in. And it wasn't the first one I picked up. It never is. Oh. Back here in the back. We're going to pull Conan out. And we're going to give him a necklace. Too much trash. I've got to clean out the trash back here. So here is Conan. And I've got a boot knife on him that I got from Talos Dream Shop that kind of matches the boot knife that actually came with the Remco figure back in the day. So that's kind of cool. And let's pose him up where he can stand up on camera here for us. And of course, if you guys remember, I also purchased a Repro sword. This was the Conan sword that came with the Remco figure. It's a huge sword too. Look how tall that sword is next to the figure. So we're going to put Papa Shango's necklace on him. There we go. Now, how about that? What do you guys think about that? Radical Toy said he'd be a great custom for some Robin Hood type figures. Yeah. You talking about Mankind? Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But let's take that necklace off and see if we can give it a little bend here. Make it fit right down against his chest there. There we go. Yeah, give him his sword and let him carry that sword around and hold it in his hand there. There we go. All right, there we go, man. I have to tighten his ankles up. There we go. Yeah, it looks pretty good there, doesn't it? And I love that necklace. Since I don't have any kind of thing to put on his chest, he came. The original actual action figure from Remco back in the day came with a lion skin chest piece that went over his chest like a He-Man harness of some sort. But there are no repros of that thing, and the vintage ones cost way too much money. So I'm not even gonna go for that. I'm just gonna put that necklace on him for right now. It kind of makes him kind of look like Conan there with that necklace on. So I think that looks pretty damn cool. All right, and of course we can bring that dragon up next to him, and you can kind of get some scale on the little dragon there. So that's kind of what I kind of wanted to do today. If anybody wants to hop on with me, there's a pinned chat up at the top up there that you can click on and come on the show if you want to hop on with me. Otherwise, we're just going to sit here and chill out and chat. I'm curious to see what you guys think about the announcements from Mattel about what's coming up. If you guys had a chance to watch either Radical Toys or Pixel Dan, he was there at the event, and he's the one that kind of broke this for us and showed it off to us. Got a chance to see some Pixel Dan last night. I kind of caught Radical Toys a little bit when he was talking about it as well. Adam, you can hop on with me if you'd like. I've been kind of messing around with StreamYard here, trying some different things. Oh, there's Adam. Come on in, Adam. Let's let you come on the stream with me. Hey, man.
Hey, how you doing there, guys?
I'm doing pretty good, man. You been doing all right?
Yeah, doing good. I was just finishing up some new puppet work, and I noticed that you started the stream, so I was like, hey, Bill's on, so...
Yeah, it's just kind of a little surprise. I was trying to decide whether I wanted to actually stream today or not. I got home from Clarksdale, so I decided to, I came down here and I set my figures up in front of Castle Grayskull there, and I even took a picture to start making the thumbnail for it, and I said, hey, why don't I just get on there and stream this? Because I know I'm not going to be here Sunday, and a lot of folks are going to miss the show on Sunday. So I figured that I'd be doing little things throughout the week to kind of make up for that. I did that yesterday when I popped on and did that little premiere of the little seeing through commercials video. And
yeah,
I wanted to play around with.
Yeah, I watched that commercial video. It was really awesome. I thought that was very unique because it really showed you like behind the scenes of how they can make things so special. And then after I watched that, I started watching the He-Man commercials to see what kind of tricks they were kind of throwing in there.
Yeah. It was kind of neat. I've had that video for a little while in my collection of nonsense here, and I think I shared it over on the blog a couple of years ago when the quarantine started. I did a blog post about breakfast, and the thing about breakfast is cereal adds nothing to breakfast except a whole lot of sugar.
Yeah.
And of course we love cereal. Us kids used to eat the hell out of some cereal while watching Saturday morning cartoons. I liked Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries personally.
Yeah.
And, but you always see part of this complete breakfast, and they show all kinds of shit to eat. They got eggs and bacon and sausage and toast and pancakes and
Are they? I wonder, are they required to show things like that in their commercials?
Yes, they are, because if you just show the cereal, it's not a complete breakfast. I mean, it's just a bunch of sugar and some filler, corn filler, cellulite. So, I mean, there's nothing to it. But you got to promote that, and if you say it's part of this complete breakfast, and you show a complete breakfast behind it, then you can get away with saying that it's nutritious when it's not. That's just like the milk, milk to make your body strong. Well, the milk doesn't come with the cereal. You got to buy the milk separately and pour it in, like the man said, Potty Pete said in the show there. He said you might as well just drink the meal.
I thought that was such a cool show. Like I really dug into that. It was pretty neat.
Yeah, and it looked like it was one of those little shows that you would see in the classroom as a kid.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And it probably was. I mean, I don't even know where I found it. I might have found it here on YouTube somewhere and got it or whatever. But I have a bunch of little stuff like that, just little funny PSAs from back in the day, classroom videos and junk like that. And I'm probably going to start showing a few of those. We'll see how they fare as far as videos go. Yes, Michael Purvis, that Snake Mountain looks very interesting. I'm excited about that. Michael, are you kind of disappointed that it doesn't have the microphone in it? Oh, Adam, excuse me, Adam, are you disappointed about the microphone?
A little bit. I would like to see it there, but at least they put the trap dungeon kind of mechanism going on with that in its place. So it's
I
fine.
was looking at the pictures there. It looks like they're trying to make that some kind of a control of some sort for the figures.
Well,
with.
what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the cage, you're gonna put it directly underneath the door, so you can
Yeah,
drop.
I'm talking about the little wolf figure that's on there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looked like they've got some little controls around it, like maybe it's a
yeah.
periscope or something. Maybe I don't
And
know.
they also said that they were going to update it.
Update what
It's
now?
still early. It's still early development too.
Oh
Hopefully,
yeah,
they fix
yeah. Absolutely, they are. What you're seeing there is not exactly. It's just a prototype skull. A lot of the stuff on it probably isn't really functional yet either.
Yeah,
But they say that the bridge will now accommodate a figure. You know, used to you had to set the figure sideways on that little bridge.
right. Yeah.
Let's see. Michael says, I think they should add the microphone or do something with it. Uh, yeah. The thing about that is in today's world, all the kids have got a cell phone and you can download apps on your phone to do voice changing. So I'm sure that if you wanted to play with that with your Snake Mountain, it would work out pretty well. And that's probably to save money and everything. That's probably why they didn't include any kind of electronics with it. I've noticed that a lot of action features from the back in the day are missing on figures and toys, and when we do get them, it's something special. So
Yeah. It's the same with Thunder Punch He-Man. I don't think we're going to get the cap feature.
I doubt they're going to do that because they don't want to include any caps with the figure. Making the I don't know what the firing pin to do that would probably be cost prohibitive. But caps, I'm sure you're well aware. You can buy them. You can still
Yep.
even buy cap pistols. You just got to go over to the cheap toy section at
Yep.
your favorite toy store, and there they'll be. See, Michael says, what do you know if they don't add it? I can always buy a vintage microphone and add it to it. You could if you got the money to do that. What I was telling everybody earlier, I don't know if you caught that, Adam, or not, but it looks like that where the battery cover and the battery compartment was on the vintage set, that they have actually taken the sticker that was on that and sculpted it out 3D to have it sitting back there behind the bone where the bone.
Yeah, I caught that. Yeah. But
So
I guess you could customize it though with a vintage one if you really
sure
wanted
you
to.
could. I mean,
I'm sure somebody will.
I don't know what the equivalent of Radio Shack is now, but I'm sure that there are places out there that sell electronic components. You could make your own.
It's called the Source now.
Yeah, you could make your own and put in there if you so desired. I'm probably not even going to bother with that when I get
Me neither. I wish they would have put a Castle Grayskull beside it just so that we could have seen the scale,
seen
like
the
how it scales
scale
up.
to it. I'm sure that it's going to scale very similar to Castle Grayskull. It may be a tad larger. I noticed that they've expanded the walkways out a little bit so that they actually look like figures could walk up them instead of the way the vintage set looked, which was basically just an optical illusion. When you actually put the figures on it, they couldn't actually climb those stairs.
Did you catch how it closes? It's got the exact same hooks as Castle Grayskull has.
Yeah, I kind of figured that they would do that.
Yeah.
My castle over here is a vintage castle, and it's got these clips on the side of it that clip it shut, and the hinges that pop loose on the side. They really did improve all of that with the Newcastle Grayskull. The only problem I've got with the Newcastle Grayskull is the fact that it's not as organic looking as this. It's too symmetrical. I mean, Castle Grayskull is supposed to look very, very asymmetrical. I mean, that's kind of part of the charm of Castle Grayskull, in my opinion. What do you think, Adam?
I'm the complete opposite. I like it the other way.
Yeah, and that's fair. Everybody has their own ways of looking at things. Boba Hicks says, "Good vibes, good vibes, good vibes." Yes, sir. It's good to see you in the house there, Boba Hicks. I don't know what else to cover here, Adam. But I had a good time opening some action figures.
Did they go up? Did they go up in price in your area? I'm curious.
Yes. Right now, when I didn't do a hunt video when I went to Walmart, I had to go in and I had to buy a shirt, and I had to buy some Freon for my wife's car and a bunch of crap. Man, I just hit the toy section real quick, and I just grabbed those figures and beat feet. But yeah, what they had on display for Origins was some more mini comic Stratoses. Those things are just peg warming like a son of a gun because nobody cares anything about him. The only reason I buy him is for action figure fodder. I'm going to use his feet for my Savage He-Man, the one that's from the very first mini comic. I'm going to use his feet and ankles for that, and just use some dodging photography to disguise the fact that there's no toes on his feet, But there were those in there. I think they had some Jitsus and Sorceress, and I think there was one Buzz Off in there, which I've already got Buzz Off here in the collection. I noticed that you did a video opening up Buzz Off. I bet that was fun. I hadn't had a chance to catch it yet.
I'm gonna that's my Friday's live stream. We're doing a buzz off.
That Friday's live stream. Okay, I didn't know if you released that or not. Yeah, I'm gonna try to catch that. I should be home Friday evening, and of course, I don't have to go to bed as early Friday sometimes as I do. It depends on whether we got to work Saturday, but I have a feeling we're going to be working Saturday. Although I talked to my boss, and he says he's not gonna. He knows we're starting to get exhausted, so he may let us off this Saturday. I don't know. I actually hope we work Saturday now because that'll make up for today for me. But anyway, yeah. Kind of off subject there. To my prices. Now this is American dollars. I don't have a conversion chart for to go to Canadian dollars, but you probably in the back of your head can convert it since you live there in Canada. The Origins figures are going for $17 and some change now, which that's up from $14 when they were first released. $14.99 was what they cost when they first released, so we round that up to $15, and they're now costing about $18. Let's just say.
Okay, ours were $14.99. Now they're $23.
Okay,
plus your taxes.
And as far as the superstars, the WWE superstars figures, they're a little more expensive.
Yep.
The new wave coming out is $20 and some change per figure, so $21 a figure for the new wave, and the older wave figures, the ones the wave before that, are going for $19.99, and I'm not sure why there's a price difference in the same figures, but the newer waves are just about $1 more than the others.
The only thing I can figure is you must be paying for the licensing for the WWE stuff. That's the only thing I could figure why they're more expensive. I don't know.
That or the fact that they're adding more soft goods and stuff in there. I don't know. Or maybe the other figures are at a set price and they've decided to go ahead and change the price, but they didn't change it across the board.
Yep.
Thank you, Bruiser Brawler. That was a work of love. I wish I'd been YouTubing at the time, and I would have been smart enough to film myself going through the stages of doing that. And if you want me to, I'll talk about that here in just a minute. And it says, yeah, that looks like a fun castle. It is.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if you guys would like to, we could go on a tour of my castle. Would you like to do that, Adam?
Yeah, let's check it out.
All right. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to take the overlay off so that I can do this. All right. And I'm going to mute your microphone, or you can mute it for me. Mute your microphone for me, Adam, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
There we go. All right. Let's take Conan off to the side here, and I'm going to pull the toy cam up. Let's get the toy cam going. All right, guys. We're going to take Conan out of the way and set him off to the side. And we're going to set this dragon over here off to the side. And we're going to start with the front here. At the very, very top, you can see there's the Spirit of Grayskull. I'm going to see if I can zoom into that. And that's from Talos's Dream Shop. And I'll take him down so you can see him real quick. And I'll put him out front and bring the camera down on him. There we go. That's the Spirit of Grayskull in his stand. It's Talos Dream Shop. And I don't know if we can see it or not in the light here, but no, you can't see it in this light. But he glows in the dark. So that's a glow in the dark Spirit of Castle Grayskull. And let me zoom back out. Up at the top there, I've got the flag and the laser gun. I've got a minaret at the very, very top of the castle that I made myself from Sculpey clay. It's a bakeable clay that you can sculpt any way that you want to. And I've got it it's just sitting up on the top. I've got a little piece of magician's wax underneath there to keep it from moving around. But yeah, I can pop it loose. And let you guys look there at it. That's where I've got my magician's wax, just a little spot of it right there. And I painted that up. And it just sits right up here on the top. And once you push it down with that magician's wax, it's not going anywhere. And then I've got a flag here that I made. Of course, the stand down here was made with some Sculpey clay. And the pole comes out. It's got a little hole in it. And you put the flagpole down in there. And I painted, this is a wooden dowel that you can buy those at Walmart and places like that. And I painted it with some brass paint. These are some craft beads. I put 2 little beads here and a bead at the top to kind of emulate the top of the flag. And the flag is printed out on sticker paper, and then I put that sticker paper onto a little piece of cardstock and kind of bend it around so it looks like it's waving in the air. And then I used some little pieces of chain. I just took the chain apart and bent it around the flagpole and put it through 2 holes here to hold it to the flagpole. So that's my flag. And here is the laser cannon. So you can get that in the screen. There we go. Oh, I'm kind of delayed here, it looks like. There we go. Now here's the laser. I kind of did some custom paint here on it. Yeah. And if you look up here at the top, I've got the little gargoyle creatures that came with the Battlefield Warrior set with the He-Man and the Battle Cat. and I've got them on top of the castle here. I got little spots of magician's wax to kind of hold them on there so they don't just pop off and fall off. Now, I'll put the flag here and the laser gun here, and we're going to get on the inside of the castle here in just a second, and we'll tour the inside. I'll put the old spirit back up here too in his little spot. All right. Here's those tabs on the side that you got to kind of push with your finger. Now I've got all kinds of stuff in here that's liable to fall all over the place when I open it up. So I'm going to ease it open here and we'll see what all we got here on the inside. All right. We'll pull out the weapons rack first because it's got all kinds of goodies to fall. And bring it up to the front here. And let me bring the camera angle down where you can see that weapons rack. And I have painted the weapons rack. Let's get in there close. There we go. And you can see the weapons that are on it. First off, we've got the mace hanging here on the side. And I painted this brass and got some a little bit of brown to make that look like some leather there. You can see that. And here is the heavy laser rifle. And oops, put him in there. And then you got the old axe and the sword. And this is called a halberd. That's a halberd. And then you got the spear and the pole axe and the pistol. And over here on the side, you got the shield. And I love this weapons rack much more than I do the one that's in the Newcastle Grayskull. Here, I'm going to bring you on out. I'm going to let you talk about that with me. Here we go.
Yep.
I just like this weapons rack better. I like the variety of weapons better than what was included with the Newcastle Grayskull. What are your thoughts?
Yep, the exact same thing. I like that better because of the way that they peg on is better, and the new one was missing the little blaster gun and the friggin' shield. So the old one was definitely far superior.
Well, you know what really upset me about that was, oops, there we go. It was the fact that the new weapons rack has a place over here that looked like it was for the shield.
Yep.
I thought, man, when they released that Attorney and Guard, there's the shield to go on it. Well, it don't fit there. They could have at least made that so that it fit that shield. Uh-oh, I've got a phone call coming in. I'm going to decline that. All right, there we go. Now, sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I hated that.
It's almost like they maybe they cut it out due to cost because, yeah, like you said, the spot is there for it. So it's kind of annoying.
Let's catch up on the chat real quick, Adam. Bruiser
Yep.
Brawler, Walmart's prices are higher for Origins compared to Target and even Big Bad Toy Store. I wonder why that is. And he says Talos has so many great things he does. Says Talos work is slick. It is. And it says I've got tons of it. That's good. I'm glad to hear you guys are getting some stuff from Talos Dream Shop. He's got all the stuff that you always wished you had with your figures. Says we really need some more critters similar to what came with the Battlefield Wars. We do, and you're going to get a few of those. It looks like with the new Snake Mountain. And if you're back in the Big Eternia project, and I don't know how that's going out. Have you been following that? Have they got their backers yet, or is it?
No, we're at 30-some%. I could actually check it in 2 seconds because I think I still have the page up.
All right. Yeah. If that gets back, you're going to get some more little nice stuff. Especially if it gets up to a certain point, you're going to get an actual articulated moat monster.
Yeah,
That,
we'll get him at 8,000.
mhm. And I think it's going to back. I just don't know if it's going to back all the way to that elder, whatever his name is, figure, the little blue guy.
Yeah, we're currently at
Kikar the elder.
63%.
I think that's his
Yeah,
name. Kikar
it
the
is.
elder.
It is the elder. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna if that it's gonna back to that point or not, but I think it's gonna back to being created. And I I I know that that's a prototype sculpt for the King Gray Skull, but I guarantee you that they're not going to do much more than adapt the peg hole on that head. For Origins, that's the same head that came with the Masterverse figure. There's no need in retooling that head all the way.
Yeah. I think it'll probably get funded because we're at 63%, so it's quite a ways.
Yeah, if 63% is over halfway there, and how many days they've got? What, a whole week to get it back? Is that right?
They got 27 days left.
27 days? It's going to get back more than likely. All right, let's get up into the inside of the castle here. Move the weapon track over here to the side. There is the combat trainer sitting over the sticker. All the stickers in here are repro stickers. I printed them out on sticker paper myself, and I put them on special sticker paper. It's not just regular sticker paper. It's that weatherproof kind of sticker paper, so that if it gets wet, it sheds the water off of it. You know what I'm talking about, Adam?
Sorry, I was just looking at something. I didn't catch what you said.
I was talking about the stickers. All the stickers here in Castle Grayskull are repro stickers, but
Yep.
I printed them off on that sticker paper that's made so that it kind of sheds water. It's kind of water resistant sticker paper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and here
I've done repo ones for my Newcastle Grayskull too, but what I ended up doing with mine after I got them reprinted off, I got them laminated.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Now I know a guy named Zach Paris from Australia. He does repro stickers for just about anything you can imagine. Not just Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, Superpowers, Hall of Justice, Batmobile, anything. The Ghostbusters. He did all the repro stickers for the Ghostbusters Firehouse playset. His stickers are about as close to vintage as you can get. They actually are die cut, so that you just peel them off and stick them on. You don't have to cut them out with scissors.
Right.
But anyway, this is the combat trainer, and I painted the bull's head. And this is supposed to be a fist. Most people don't realize that, but that doesn't look anything like a fist to me. But that's supposed to be a fist there.
Where on the castle is the frogmonger supposed to be?
He's supposed to be down here in the dungeon grate here, and I'm looking, and I don't see him.
I'd have to get a real good look at it, but
I
there's
see
something.
I see a snake. I see what looks like some crab antenna sticking out here. I see a wolf claw, a skeleton. Okay, here he is, right here. It's a little froggy looking hand.
Oh, okay, I see him.
That's over here beside the tentacle monster. So that's supposed to be him. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
I can kind of make it out, but yeah, I remember it now.
Yeah. Anyway, over here to the side, I've got the shields. We talked about those, I think, in the after show live stream after I got going in depth into the original He-Man mini comic. And here's the throne room. And inside here, I've got this is a torch that Talos Dream Shop makes. I decided to put it there in the castle. Here's another sword, like the one on the weapons rack. And this one here, I put a gemstone in the hilt.
It looks cool.
And of course, no castle can be complete without a set of skeleton keys. So here's some keys that open different doors, and maybe the dungeon grate down there. And of course, here's the throne, and I've got the flags here. This flag was a sticker in the original castle, and this flag
Yep.
here never even came in the original castle. But I took ribbon and printed off the designs and just stuck them onto that ribbon and put them back there. And I actually made special places on the on these turret platforms with some little hooks to hold those on there. And here is the second weapons rack. And if you remember, that weapons rack is a sticker, or not a sticker, but a cardboard cutout, which I have back here behind the throne. Let me pull that out and let you look at it, and we can compare it.
Is that an actual chain on a mace?
It is.
Where heck did you get that? That's cool.
All right. The chain you can buy those chains at Walmart. They come on a roll, and you can use them for various things, making necklaces and stuff like that. So that's where I got the chain from. It kind of matches the chain that's on this, if you can see that.
Yeah, I see it. It looks good.
All right, so we're looking at this. All right, you got a He-Man shield back here in the background. You've got this is called a Morning Star. A mace. This part here is attached to this. There's no chain on it. A Morning Star actually has a chain attached to the ball so that you can swing it around. So that's called a Morning Star. And this is a battle axe. And you got your heavy laser pistol plus a couple of different pistols here. And I've tried to emulate those as much as I possibly could on my 3D replica weapons rack.
Yeah, I seen that you painted the gun, didn't you? It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I painted the gun a kind of a blue color to try to match that. I don't know if we can see that very well. And yeah, the little spiky ball here, that's from a Hawkman figure. A vintage Hawkman came with a mace, and I just cut the ball off of that mace.
Oh, okay.
I put an eye screw in it. That's what I think that's what that's called, and attached the chain to it. And I did the same thing on the end of the mace handle here. And this mace handle here, the whole part is from this piece here, and I just adapted it. See, I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yep.
I added a dowel here and a piece of bead down at the bottom to make the Morning Star. And then the two pistols at the bottom, one of them is from a Marvel Legends figure, and the other one is from, I believe, Greedo, Star Wars Black Series. But they look very, very close to the pistols that were on the original cardboard cutout.
Close enough. I'm surprised Mattel didn't make that rack. They need to make that rack.
Yeah, and I've decided to leave the spacesuit cutout in the monitor cutout there in the castle. In this castle, I mean, I thought about taking the spacesuit figure and putting in here, and taking the little controls thing beside it out of the new castle and putting in here, but I'm not going to do that. I just want to leave it like this. Now I have replaced the platforms in the defense tower and the watchtower. I replaced those with the replacements that Talos Dream Shop came out with. So those are replacement platforms. They're solid. They're solid platforms. And the one in the defense tower platform actually has a little trap door in it that you can take out, and it's extended so that a figure can actually stand up here while he's firing the weapon.
Right.
And of course, everything else is the same. I painted the jaw bridge so that when the castle's open, that it matches the facade of the castle's the colors. But I have not painted any of the interior of the castle. I've thought about doing that, and I've seen different ways of making that look. There was one guy that painted the interior of his castle a very deep blue, and then he speckled it so it looked like it was stars inside of it. And that's one way of doing it. I've seen others that paint it more stone-like. I've seen others try to paint it to match the outside of the castle. I don't think the inside should match the outside. The outside has been weathered and it's
Yep.
covered with moss, and that's why it looks so green. I think the inside should look stone, not necessarily the same green as the outside. But anyway, the Talos Dream Shop platform for the Vigilance Tower over there also includes the ladder that you saw on the prototype model that Mark Taylor did.
Yeah.
I plan on painting that so that it looks kind of a tan color, so it looks like a wooden ladder. But I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. So there's a tour of my Castle Grayskull, fellas. Y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think about that. And I'll bring us back up there, Adam, side by side.
Yep.
There we go. Let's see what the chat's saying here. ZCD99 says we really need more critters similar to what came on Battlefield Warriors. I agreed with that. Says, I hope we get Keklar after reading his backstory. 10K seems unreasonable, though. I doubt you're going to see Keklar. I really do. He's going to be right back. Okay. And then Nightbot. I need to ignore Nightbot. I might just do away with Nightbot and use the Streamlab bot instead of Nightbot. But what I like about Nightbot is you can set up giveaways so that people would type a hashtag with a certain thing in it all in the chat. Nightbot will collect those and do a random drawing for you. So that's why I got Nightbot going, and he also kind of promotes the channel a little bit for me. So what's going on over at Radical Boys these days? Have you got anything new going on over there, man?
Always. I'm waiting for my Montana to arrive. He's in the mail, so he's going to be next Friday's, not this Friday, but next Friday's live stream. I've got some G.I. Joe Classified that are being released at the end of this month, and here in Canada specifically. So they're supposed to come here before the United States. So that's pretty awesome and a bonus for me.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often here in the
Not very often. The only other time it ever happened, was Castle Grayskull in the Origins. I was shocked. So,
those did come out in the Canadian Walmarts way before the American ones.
They did. What else do I got going on? New puppets for upcoming stuff. I got a new animation skit coming out with Joneser. That's almost done. It's like probably 80% done now. Waiting just for him he's supposed to record his voice, I think today or whenever he gets to it anyway. And
he works 12-hour days from what I understand, so his time is very limited.
Oh yeah, I know. I talk to him usually on Instagram, like on his lunches and stuff like that. So we usually converse quite a bit back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I wish I could have him over here a little more often than I do, but things are just so. It's gotten to the point where it seems like it's hard to even have a life anymore. We work all the time. We come home. We try to do our family thing, and then we're all YouTubing too. So that kind of takes up all of our time.
I'm at this YouTube stuff like 6 hours a day. Like
and that's why your channel is doing so well, and I'm so proud that you're on the mark. You're going to get monetized before the end of this year. I know.
Maybe, perhaps. I was aiming for about 850 for
Mm,
Christmas, but
mm.
if I hit 1,000 by the summer, I'm happy.
Yeah, I got my 500 probably a little over a month ago, and I think I've gotten to 525. So I'm back to the long way round right now. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I'm hoping to cut some more videos. I've got some stuff here that I can use to quickly make some videos, but I don't know how well those types of videos will do. I know what everybody's wanting me to do, and they're wanting me to do some more of my limited stop motion animation videos with the action figures. And I've got one that I really ought to start working on right now. And but it would require me to go into the kitchen and use the kitchen table to become my scenery area, and my wife just absolutely hates it when I do that.
Yeah.
She wanted me to set it up where I could do it down here in the junk room, but the little area where I've got the castle that I don't know if the camera cheats or not, but that area there is a lot smaller than it looks. I mean that may look like a large play area over there, but it's really not.
No.
It's not a. It's just a small table with a backdrop on it, and it's about big enough to hold that play set and some action figures in front of it.
Yeah, I ended up when I for my live unboxings that I do now, I got one of those big long folding tables that you get like I don't you guys probably don't have Canadian Tire here. It's Canada, but you can get them at I think you get them at Walmart and stuff too. It's like those picnic bench tables are long
Yeah,
that you can
the American equivalent of what you're talking about is called Tractor Supply.
yeah. So I picked up one of those on a good sale and I've been using that ever since. It's full of room. I can wrap my banner down it like you see my master's banner that I
I
have going
saw
on.
that. Did you make that yourself or have it printed out for you?
Basically what I did is I had it customized. So I customized it myself inside Photoshop. And then what I did was I put the dimensions that I wanted. So it was 54 by 54 inch.
Mhm.
And basically it's a company called Banner Buzz, and I had them print it off for me.
Yeah.
So it's got like it's but the cool thing about it is it's like a layer of rubber on the back side of it. So
Mhm.
it's thick material. And you can and basically what I have it is I have it on, like the drape rods that you use that you can roll
Yeah.
up. Well,
Right.
that's what I use it
Curtain
for
rod.
when I
Yeah.
flip
Yeah.
it.
That I like the way that looks. I mean, it looks really sharp and professional. I like that.
Yeah, I actually did one for like Thundercats, GI Joe for whenever I decide that I'm gonna get another one because I plan on getting more.
Mhm.
So they're pretty cool. They're not they weren't as expensive as I thought it was going to be. It cost me about $80 Canadian, so that's probably like $60 US roughly. So it was worth it to me. So
Oh, let's see what ZD99 is ZCD99 is saying here. He says Talos has those pistols. He threw one in my order for free. Yeah, he does. Talos does the pistols. Barbarossa also does them. Barbarossa's been taking a break here lately. I don't know what's going on with Barbarossa, but his eBay store is not open right now. It doesn't have anything up. And I've looked on his website, Barbarossa's website. Nothing's in stock. So I'm not sure what's going on there. He may be taking a vacation from making those customs. And now the difference between Barbarossa's customs and the ones that you get from Talos 3D prints his with PLA. Barbarossa actually does resin pour over there at Barbarossa Customs. Looks great. Looks super detailed. That's correct. Who else showed up? Wayne Madison, a new person. Cool upgrades. Looks good. I don't know if I've ever seen you in my chat, Wayne, but welcome to the show. And back to you, Adam. We're going to have to work on your microphone setup. my brother. One of
Is
the
it is it really
yeah.
sounding weird?
What's happening is that the microphone is picking up your speakers, and it's making whoever's with you, like me, I can hear my voice echoing off of your speakers on your end.
Strange. I wonder if the chat can hear it because I don't hear it.
Right. I can hear it, and when I mute you, and that's the reason I muted you when I started going through the castle. When
That's
I
fine.
mute you, it doesn't do that, and I have a feeling that it's the way your setup is, and it's funky, and I love having you on my show, but we've got to work on that one of these days, man. And it's no offense, it's just
Oh yeah, no worries. I didn't even realize it.
yeah, and it's the way your shotgun mic is set up, and I don't know if it's because of the proximity to your speakers or what, but it really is.
We can hear it. Just need some headphones or something. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The way my laptop is set up, it's set up so that when I talk or when you talk to me, my speakers don't pick that up. And most people that I have on here have iPhones are set up that way. If you use an iPhone to come on my show,
If
pardon me.
I knew if I knew how to freaking change it, because I know it's probably something simple and stupid.
Yeah, it, it 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 could be just about anything. And I think we tried headphones the other day, but the headphones that you found just didn't work. Uh, does your computer have a separate headphone jack from the mic jack?
Yeah, I've got two of them actually. I got one on the back and I've got one on the front. But I don't have headphones. That's the problem. I got to get a set of headphones.
Right. I know that there's a StreamYard setting in audio that you can check called echo cancellation.
I have that.
Yeah. You have to turn the echo cancellation off to get stereo audio. But if you don't want to do that, you do the echo cancellation. You do have that on?
I have it on. It's checkmarked.
Wow. I wonder if there's a setting inside of Windows.
That's what I'm wondering.
Let's see. Sound settings. Manage sound devices.
I'm on Windows 10.
I think I've got Windows 11 over here, so it's pretty much the same thing. That's not doing anything for me there.
Just looking in my sound settings to see if there's anything that's in here that I could. I've got output device. Hmm.
That is your system sounds. I can hear your system sounds. I've got my system sounds almost turned down to about 17.
Is that the master volume? Because mine's like that's the master volume that I'm kind of playing with. I don't know if it's making a difference.
All right. In if you go into your sound settings,
Yep, I'm in there now.
all right, you see there's output, master
Yep,
volume, and there's input down there.
Yep.
Then at the down below sound, where it says sound options, you'll see advanced sound options. You see that?
Yep. Says app volume and device preferences.
Yeah, click that.
Sure.
And when you click that, you got your master volume up there, which I have at 100%.
Yep. Me
But
too.
underneath there, you've got app volume, and you can turn your app volume down. Turn that app volume down.
App volume. Okay.
Turn that down to about below 20 at least, and see what happens. Now let's see how that works.
Okay. How's that?
That turned you down.
Okay.
All right. So hold on. Keep the app volume down.
Sure.
Keep it down about 17 for right now. Okay. Now let's go back and let's change your microphone volume.
Are you talking where it says enter master volume, or go back to where I originally was?
Well, we may have to do something different to change your mic volume. I need to find see if I can find where the mic volume is. The mic volume is separate from all that. Manage sound devices. Let's see here. Let's see. I might have to look that up. Hold on, let me look that up. Pull up on the browser real quick. And let's go and change mic volume Windows 10. Look for input. All right. And click the blue device properties link circled in red. Let's pull up the microphone properties. All right. So it says look for input and choose your input device, and then click the blue device properties link. All right. There we go. All right. So when you open your sound settings,
Yep.
go over to input and click device properties.
Okay. Device properties enter input. Yep.
All right. And you can change your mic volume up and down. I've got mine set at about 29.
Okay. I can definitely put that down.
All right.
29.
All right. Now, let's test and see how everything is sounding. All right. Let's see what the chat says. Chat, y'all help me out here. All right. Daniel Carhoonan says now the echo is gone.
Is that because I put down because I put it down to 17% though? Like, what if I yank that one back up?
The system, I think the system volumes had a lot to do with that. And you can change your mic volume up and down if you need to, and that doesn't affect your system volumes, but it doesn't pick me up like it did because your system sounds are not being picked up by your microphone anymore like they were.
Okay. So what I'm not understanding though is which one can I put back up and which one needs to stay where it's at? Because you had me put down two of them.
All right. I think your mic volume at 29% is fine, but if you want to move that up, you can, and that will increase the way you sound through the system. But I think your system volumes need to stay below 20%, maybe 17 to 15%. You can still hear them; they won't be as loud, but they won't be being picked up by your mic anymore.
Okay.
Hey, Pope, good to see you, man. I'm pretty sure you're at work right now, but my back's killing me, and I had to leave work a little bit early, so I decided to come on the live stream. Yeah, the echo is gone, and we can hear you both great. So between the two of us, we finally got your microphone and system set up there so that when you have a guest on your show, you won't be they won't be echoing through your.
So I sound fine and clear now, is what you're
You
saying.
sound clear as a bell, and I don't hear that echo anymore. So good deal. We finally got that fixed.
Okay.
and said, "Yeah, I'm at work and I got to run." Well, thanks for showing up there, Pope. This, like I said, this is not normal. This is a surprise stream. Like I said, I got home from work and I knew I was just going to be sitting around the house, and I bought me some figures at Walmart before I came home, so I decided to share opening them with everybody. So I'm glad I was able to help you with that. Like I said, if you turn that system volume down just a tad bit more, that probably will fix everything.
Yeah, there's an issue on my end though, because you guys all like you sound low.
Yeah, let me go in there and turn my mic volume up. And it all depends upon my proximity to the microphone. The microphone is on the laptop directly in front of me here, and the closer I get to it, it picks up me better than it does when I get back here because it's not a shotgun mic at all. So I'm going to go in there and move my mic volume up a little bit.
So I'm just wondering if I can turn my app volume back up.
If you turn your app volume back up, it's going to affect the way you hear things. It's going to affect your mic's going to start picking up your system sounds again.
Oh, okay. So I have to keep the app volume
You're
down
gonna
as
have to
well.
keep it down. You'll hear me. It's the way your setup is set up versus the way mine is set up, because you have that shotgun mic coming in there,
Yep.
and that's what's doing it. And
Okay.
unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about that except to move
I'm
your.
just wondering when I'm doing my geek news if it'll affect anything or not. Like if I'll still
Probably
sound nice
won't.
and clear.
What you hear probably will sound low to you, but it'll sound normal to everybody else.
Okay, perfect. As long as that's all right. That sounds good.
Yeah, you're fine. Now I can move my mic volume up a little bit, but I'm afraid if I do that, I'll be blasting out to everybody, and I don't want to do that. So, chat, y'all chime in real quick and tell me if everything's 5x5 now that we got Adam set up there.
Hopefully, it'll be good for you now.
Yeah. I noticed that you like to do what Hebrew does and listen to yourself there on a tablet or a phone or something. I don't.
Just when I do a quick audio test, yes.
Yeah, I don't even do that anymore. I just let the chat tell me. They'll tell me whether I sound good or not. And if I don't, I'll figure out what's going on real quick and fix it. But so we got 8 people watching. I've already got 35 views. Some folks been coming in and out. Everybody wanted me to show off the Castle Grayskull there. I think I'm gonna start trying to put it back up. Adam, you want to watch me put it back up?
Sure.
All right, let's get the toy cam going here. One of the things I'm doing, you see me looking off to the side here. It's not that I'm ignoring you. I'm looking at StreamYards over here on a separate monitor.
Oh yeah.
And
That's
then
fine.
I've got OBS right here open, and OBS has got like this night view, so that it you don't see the glare in my glasses as bad, and you can see my eyes when I'm talking to folks. So let's pull the toy cam up, and I'm gonna start putting everything up over here. Everything goes in its place. I like to put the combat trainer over here and the weapons rack. What I really need to do is I need to magician's wax everything in there so that they don't pop off. Then if I do that, and if I want to play with the stuff on the rack, then I have to scrape all the wax off. So I haven't done that. Every time I put him over there, something falls off of it, and that'll probably fall off when I close it. And we're going to put this back here. And this flag here I took off, and then I've got some hooks back here behind the throne. It's on too.
I really hope Mattel in the future makes that other weapons rack. I would love to see a weapons pack come out.
I would like to see a weapons pack as well. I don't know if you know this or not, but I am vaguely associated with a toy company called Resurrection Toys. I'm their brand ambassador,
Yep.
and I can tell you that one of the things that may be in a future release from Resurrection Toys is a weapons pack with weapons that will work with Origins figures. Now, those weapons probably will be slightly different than what you see, here, but they will be compatible. And there will be a weapons rack as well, and the weapons rack will look like this weapons rack, and it will be solid. It won't be hollow in the back, and it will be made of resin.
Cool.
And yeah, she found. I'm gonna put him on the elevator. And we're gonna close it up and tab it back together. And bring him back around to the display place where it normally sits. And there's Castle Grayskull back in its place. And put Conan back out on display because some of you guys may not have seen. I put Papa Shango's necklace on Conan, and I think it just looks sharp as all get out. There we go. What do you think about Shango's necklace there on Conan, Adam?
I like it. It fits.
It does. It
Looks
really
good.
does.
It fits perfectly.
Yeah, it does. That's the main toy says, yeah, I'm still here. I'm sitting up in my room and stuff to get ready for Eternia. Oh, so what I want you to do, Michael, is I want when you get your Eternia set next year and you get it set up in your room, I want you to take all kinds of detailed photos of that, of you playing with it and everything, and send those to me, and I'll put it on the show. Yeah. And he thinks it looks cool. Yeah, it looks great. I enjoy playing with my figures and customizing them and putting them in different configurations. And he says, "All right, I'll do it." I'm glad you'll do that because that will be just great. I want to see that Eternia playset in somebody's possession and them actually set that thing up on a display and show everybody the way it works. Maybe make a video. We'll put the video on the show if you want to do that.
I'd like to see how it works when it's just the centerpiece with the monorail.
Yeah, you can do that. You can just display the central tower. That's what I call it. I think that's what it was originally called, was Central Tower. And you can set the monorail up to just go around Central Tower, so you don't have to set up Viper Tower and Grayskull Tower.
Yeah, just interested to see how that's going to get supported.
And the other thing, I think we might have been talking about that in another stream, might have been your stream, was the fact that the original set came with these ramps, and there was a ramp that went from Snake Tower, and you were supposed to attach that to the Snake Mountain playset, and there was another ramp that went from Grayskull Tower, and you were supposed to attach it to your Castle Grayskull playset, so that you could have a gigantic play area with both Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull in it, with the Eternia playset in the middle, and everything attaching to one another. What do you think about that, Adam? You think the new sets are going to have those ramps?
I hope so. When I was looking at the blueprints, I seen, because I have an image of a blueprint, and it had like two extra side walls that you didn't see in the San Diego Comic-Con display, and they were highlighted in color. So I'm like, what are those? Someone had mentioned on my stream about them. I'm like, yeah, that's a good question because I didn't see them at the reveal. So I don't know.
I bet those are those ramps that are going to attach to
probably.
And so a lot of people, even I, were concerned. All right, so they're releasing this Eternia playset
I'm
Of course,
gonna
you're not going to see it till what, the end of next year or year after next. 18 months from now, let's just say it'll be 18 months from now before we
right.
see that thing, and that's going to be plenty of time for a lot of things to be released between now and then.
I'm gonna
And I
send you I'm gonna send you a screenshot. I want you to show people what we were
here,
talking
here,
about.
here.
Just so they can
Instead
see
of
it.
sending me a screenshot, what I want you to
Yeah.
do is I want you to go down and where it says present now, it used to be share screen. Go down there and hit present and do share screen and just share the screen in which you're showing that, and I'll throw it up here with us so I can embiggen it.
Okay. Because it's on my desktop, right? So
Sure. You may have to ignore StreamYard for a minute while you actually show that. And
okay, yeah, that's the part that'll confuse me. But if you say it'll work, then I'll do it.
it will. You just go to share screen, share that screen. But better yet, go to share screen, and then instead of hitting the entire screen, do window and share the window in which you're showing that. It should show it as a list of things that you can
Yep,
share.
I got it.
All right.
Should be right there.
Gotcha. All right. I'm gonna add
See
that.
how there's two colored parts on the left and the right?
That's it. That's your ramp to Castle Grayskull, and that's your ramp to Snake Mountain.
Okay.
So that's going to attach to your Grayskull, and that's going to be attaching somewhere around the top of maybe the Vigilance Tower. The Vigilance Tower is the tall tower, and the short tower is the defense tower. And
So
then,
what's going to attach on the side of those though? I'm not understanding. Like you just set them up on the side like as they are as we're seeing them, or is it going to form into a circle?
well, if I'm not mistaken, all right, so you see the brown ramp there with the little cutouts on it there. That's going to go to Castle Grayskull.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what it attaches to over here, but it will attach to that the Grayskull Tower there, and it will attach to probably like I said, the Vigilance Tower on Castle Grayskull, or perhaps maybe even the window on the Vigilance Tower.
Okay.
And then this ramp here is going to go to Snake Mountain. See, it's purple, and it's going to go to Snake Mountain, and it's probably going to attach somewhere near the bridge on one side of Snake Mountain, probably where the little stairs are that go up to the iron door at the top of the peak,
Yeah.
so that with your Castle Grayskull on one side and your Snake Mountain on the other side, you have one gigantic playset.
Man, look at the size of that though compared to that He-Man Revelation figure.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, folks. That's a Revelation figure that's in the picture, not an Origins figure. The reason they did that was so that to show you that you could use this set with your Revelation figures if you chose to. Because if you remember in Revelation, which I really don't like the show that well, and it's for various reasons I won't get into now, but that was this playset was featured in Revelation.
yeah, that's right too, because it was in the after they left the underworld.
Yeah, they left the underworld and they went to what was called Preternia.
Yep.
And in the Revelation television show, Preternia was the afterlife that you went to after you died.
Yep.
So
Pretty cool set though. Like just the
very,
size
very
of it. That's gonna like
4 foot by
way bigger than
3 foot.
Castle
So
Grayskull.
it's 4 feet tall. Now, is that 4 feet tall going to the very top of Central Tower, or to the very top of whatever the tallest flag is on Central Tower?
I'm pretty sure it's just to the top of the tower because it's not showing the flags in here.
Okay, it's it's 4 feet wide and 3 feet tall, so it's going to be 3 feet to the top of Central Tower, and it's going to be 4 feet from probably the edge of the monorail there beside Grayskull Tower to the edge of the outer monorail over there beside Viper Tower. What do you
Yeah,
think?
because it says 34-inch to the top of the tower is what it's saying on the image.
Okay.
Because you can see it on the right-hand side,
Yeah,
34 inches and then 47
34
on
by
the
47, and in the 40.
Yeah.
Wait. The 47 is from the outer edge of Grayskull Tower to the outer edge of Viper Tower, and it's not including the overshot of the monorail system.
Right, and it's also not including the side bridges that are attached that are in color.
And he says that's to the tower. Those flags are another 6 to 8 inches. Oh wow,
That's
so
crazy.
that is crazy. And let me ask you this, Adam. When you saw those flags, did they look like they were cloth flags, or did they look like they were solid plastic flags?
That's a very good question because I never even took notice to that.
I was looking at that. Now the Origins Castle Grayskull came with a molded plastic flag.
Yeah, I never actually took notice. I'd actually have to go back and re-look at it.
Also, Mom just popped in. Hi, Bill and Radical Toys. Sounds great. Sounds okay now. Yeah, there's a slight. He's still picking me up slightly, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. It's almost, tolerable now compared to what it was. But great to see you, Radical Mom. Glad you showed up.
Yeah, that's your nickname now. Everyone calls you Radical Mom.
Did I coin that?
I don't know who started it, but that's what everybody calls her now.
Yeah.
That works.
I think it fits. I mean, you're Radical Toys and she's your mom, so she's Radical Mom, right?
Yeah, it works for me.
But anyway, I'm just excited that all of these things are happening. I know everybody knew that I was ranting about the price point that's going to be on this Eternia preset, and I'm still a little peeved about the fact that price point is so high. I've heard there is a person that I shall not name who is a shield for the toy company, and he has his own channel, and he does do some interesting things over there, and he does have some interesting information, and he's worth watching. But you have to be careful what he's saying, because you have to understand that he's in a position to where he has to please these toy companies, and he can't say anything bad about anything they're doing because it will affect his business. And his business is that he is a consultant to toy companies. Now, he used to actually work with Mattel. He worked with Jack Specific. So he tells us why the price point is so high. And he says it's based upon MOQ and the fact that they have to, that the MOQ is so small on this release that they have to jack the price point up high enough to meet the MOQ. I don't believe that. There may be some kernel of truth in that, but I don't think entirely that's the reason why the price point on this playset is above $350. I think $350 is a reasonable price to pay for this. I think $550 is getting out of hand, and you add the $50 for America surcharge to that. And Adam, tell them in Canadian dollars what the thing's going to cost with the surcharge and everything.
$1,070 or $1,070.
1,070 Canadian dollars. 550 American dollars. And that's not including tax. And
mine is basically after the taxes and stuff.
Mine's yours is after taxes. The American version, they don't include the tax in that price. Yeah. And the other thing is the Canadian price can fluctuate depending upon what the exchange rate is at the time of sale.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that locks in once you pledge your money, or whether that continues to fluctuate and depending upon when they actually charge your card. I don't understand. But
I'm not sure.
It's a little inflated. And Bjorn Jorgensen finally popped in. Hey, Sham Bollocks there Bjorn, glad to see you showing up here. I know I popped in unannounced, and I figured that's why you weren't already sitting there. Let me know if you're getting your notifications, Bjorn. I'd like to know that. And Radical, you popped in because you got your notification. Is that correct?
No, I didn't actually see the notification. I just happened to be going through YouTube, and usually what I do is I'll poke through my subscriptions and see
Mm.
who's got what videos, and then I seen it through there. So no, I didn't get it either.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I just happened to find it because I was looking.
Right, right. So, what I've been on for, gosh, an hour and 45 minutes already. I mean, time just flies, I guess, when we're just chatting and having fun playing with our toys, doesn't it, Adam?
Oh yeah, I could do it for hours, like just like when I'm doing the live streams too, or
Yeah.
if I'm doing the live unboxing, I'll let it go for an extra hour. I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm curious. See, we still got 7 folks hanging around. Those of you guys who are going to spend the big bucks and you're going to get the big set. Michael Purvis, I know you're going to get yours. Let me know if y'all are going to get all the rest of everything else to go along with it, the Snake Mountain and whatever else that is coming out. What about you, Adam? Are you going to get that ground road ripper with Mechanic?
Mechanic and Road Ripper, absolutely. I'm definitely gonna go after it. And speaking of that, it dropped on Big Bad Toy Store pre-order today, guys. If you guys are
It
looking
did.
for it.
It did. I saw that drop today as well. I got
Yeah,
an email from Big Bad.
yeah, I'll definitely get it. I just gotta wait for it to hit Canada. But yeah, I'm definitely go after him just because
Now,
I do
I
like
think
Mechanic. So
I think that the Road Ripper, excuse me, Ground Ripper, and Mechanic are going to be retail release. So we're going to see those, I guess, in Targets and WalMarts.
I could see
So
it dropping on Amazon.
and it will drop probably on Amazon as well. I'll say this for it. I'm not gonna pre-order it. I'm not gonna order it from an online toy store or Amazon. But I will tell you this: if I see that thing in Walmart and it hits me the way like Leach did, I'll probably pick it up then. Let's see. Pimp Daddy Satan, excuse me. Yeah, Pimp Daddy Satan says, I'll see how close it is to 5K in a week from now. If it's close, I'll back it. If it's still in the 3K range and they remove King Grayskull from the offer, I'll skip. Now, remember this, Pimp Daddy Satan. The King Grayskull is an early bird offer. It's only available this week, if I'm not mistaken. Correct, Adam?
That's what he's saying, though. He's saying if the King Grayskull is still available, he'll back it up. He doesn't want to back it up if it doesn't have King Grayskull. So I get where get what he's saying.
Yeah, but he says he's not going to back it if it doesn't hit 3K by the end of the week. If it's
Right,
not close,
because because you need to do 5K in order to get that King Grayskull.
right.
That's what he's
He
saying.
says if it's still in the 3K range, and by the time they remove Grayskull, he's going to skip it. So
Yeah.
it's got to be 5K before they decide to before he decides to back it. And if it does, and if it's past the King Grayskull time, he's still not going to back it. Okay. Every vehicle and Grayskull hit clearance big time. I haven't paid full price for any vehicle. Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of the things that I'm bad about is when I see those things, I go ahead and pick them up, and then I found out later if I'd waited, they'd gone on clearance. It happened with me with the Sky Sled. But the thing about the Sky Sled was I picked up another Sky Sled so I can have a bad guy Sky Sled and a good guy Sky Sled, because you can change out the side detail, and you can change the little heads out on them, so you can have a bad guy Sky Sled,
Yeah.
good guy Sky Sled. Let's see. We got ZCD99 says, I plan to 100% the line, including variants. I've got about 90% of the line up to today. Well, here's a question for you and the rest of the chat as well. How many of the Mattel Creations figures have you picked up? The ones that you could only get from Mattel Creations, such as Mini Comic, Triclops. What was that guy with the horn helmet? What was his name?
Oh, I know who you're thinking of. Koldar?
Coldar. Yeah. Did you get Coldar? What about the frog mongler? Are you going to pick him up? That's the questions I'm asking to the chat. And then you said that you were very interested in frog mongler. Is that correct?
I
Adam?
am. Yeah, absolutely. Because I just think he'd be a fun accessory to go with Castle Grayskull, and he's all new parts except for literally the feet and the arms. Everything else is new.
Yeah, and I think that will look great. Uh,
Yep.
I'm kind of interested in the frog mongler myself.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely down for that one.
Let's see. This is a big one. Pimp Daddy Satan. The WWE arena didn't gain any more numbers significant after they took the Macho Man early bird away. So it either funds or gets close to 5K in 1 week, or the chances of backing go down. Okay. And Bruiser Brawler says he got Coldar. I know Grindhead Jim picked up Coldar. Frog Monger definitely, says Pimp Daddy Satan. Bruiser Brawler says he's got Grizzlor and Wondar. I've got Wondar, and I bought him from the Evil Bay, and I wish now I hadn't, because I could have got him on that second chance. Yeah, the Mongler. I'm calling him Mongler. I know his name is Monger, but you're going to hear me call him the Frog Mongler, because there's a meme out there called Cock Mongler, and I know you guys have seen that. It's Grin Man grinning, and he goes, "I'll mongle your cock." And, and whenever I hear the Frog Monger, I think about the Mongler there. That's a 4chan reference there, Adam. I don't know if you ever go over there or not, but that's a place that the kiddies don't need to go, but us adults can go over there all we want. Let's see. ZCD99 says, I have them all except the mini comics Triclops and Sun Man. I plan to grab them next month when Eternia Insanity dies down.
Did you? I'm wondering if you picked up the PowerCon Shiro, the one with the rooted hair.
No, I have not gotten that She-Ra. As a matter of fact, I've skipped She-Ra. I've skipped the Horde for the most part. I think the only Horde figure I have is Leech. Yeah, you have to understand, and of course, if you watch my after streams and the shows that I'm doing here, and I've only done one so far, and that's He-Man and the Power Sword. But as I do my deep delve into the original comic storyline, you'll see that tends to be where my play goes, in that direction. And there's a reason for that. Hang on just a second here.
They might bring back Coldar or Keldar or Triclops, though, Pimp. You never know. Hard to say. They might bring him back. If there's a big enough demand, they'll bring them back. I mean, that's what they said. That's what they said at the latest interview that they did with the Q&A with the Snake Mountain. They asked whether or not they were going to do that moving forward, the made to order, and they said it was going to be character to character basis. So if there's enough demand, I'm sure they'll bring them back for a second wave. Has to be a big enough demand, though.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to take that call. That was somebody from work.
That's all good.
All right, what did I miss while I was on that?
We were saying like Pimp wanted to have like the Keldor and Triclops, but at the latest interview that they had done with Pixel Dan, there was a Q&A, and he asked that very question moving forward if it was going to be made to order, and they said it was just going to be character to character basis. So if there's enough demand, basically they'll bring them back. So we might see those ones back if there's a high enough demand for it.
Yeah, talking about Moss Man. Moss Man is going to be a Walmart exclusive, and I think at the beginning of the stream I talked about that just slightly a little bit. The reason for that, and the Pixel Dan interview, I think covered that. They have to have a backer like Walmart doing that exclusive in order to do the flocking, and that's why you got Flock Panther at Walmart, because Walmart will back the flocked figures. Obviously, Target won't, so that's why it's a Walmart exclusive. And so Moss Man's going to be a Walmart exclusive, and he will be flocked. And yes, they better flock the second head, although the prototype didn't show the
Yeah.
second head flock. The second head needs to be flocked too.
Yeah,
And,
that's the answer that was given. It was the same answer that was given about Grizzlor because of his fur. That's why it was creations
and
only.
Bruiser Brawler wants the Triclops that he missed. Yeah, I tried to go get the Triclops just to try, and of course the thing sold out immediately, just like Wondar did. And of course the demand for the Wondar was high enough for them to do the second chance on Wondar, because people were really highly upset about Wondar. I mean, I didn't do a rant stream about Triclops, but I did a rant stream about Wondar. And like I said, I kind of hoped I'd gone for the second chance. But the upside to all of that is I have a $1 in my possession now. And those of you who did the second chance on him, if you didn't get him in the first, they did it twice. What one day, if you got it, you got whatever was left in stock, and they sent it right on out. And the next day was the made to order day. Is that correct, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you got it made to order, you're not going to see your figure until what, the early part of next year, right?
Yeah, they I think they said I think they slated 6 months or something like that, but they legally have like a year. They have 12 months. But I think that was for Grizzlor though. Don't quote me on the other ones.
Right. ZCD99 says, I really want to get a few Moss men. He wants to army build with him. And I'd like to try and remove the flock from one for the green Beastman body. Oh, that's going to be kind of hard to get that flocking off there. That flocking's on there now. And I
I
think
would think so, yeah.
when,
Why not? Why not just a man at arms body instead? Isn't it
because
more
the man at arms body doesn't have the beast fur molded into it.
Oh, I see that you want the beast fur. I see.
He wants the beast book. Beastman comes with the beast book body. That I think Zodak has that beast book body as well. That has the fur all on molded into the
Yep.
chest. Let's see, Pimp Daddy Satan says, I'm okay with waiting as long as I'm not paying eBay prices. And I'm with you there, brother. I'm with you. The scalpers over there on eBay, they're really pushing these prices, and it's
Well,
not reasonable. I mean, I can understand a little bit of upcharge on that because you got to do shipping handling. You want to make a little bit of profit for yourself,
yeah.
but charging somebody $550 for one damn figure, you're out of your freaking mind. And of course, I didn't pay $550 for my $1. I think I paid $50 for him, but that was $50 for an $18 figure, and I think maybe 30 would have been a more reasonable price, considering. What do you think, Adam?
I think it's fine. eBay, stay away from. To me, eBay is just a third party market. You got to remember, eBay doesn't sell eBay products. It's third party. It's not.
It's a
It's not like. It's not like Amazon.
It's not eBay's fault that the people
Yeah.
over there are doing what they're doing. So I'm not,
Exactly.
when I say evil bait, I'm not saying it's evil because of the eBay itself. I'm talking about the users over there, the
Yeah.
scalpers and the people who have collectibles and they think they're worth a lot more than what they really are.
eBay is basically, to me, my last resort.
Yeah, yeah, and $100 plus for a Triclops, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But if Triclops is really is it really if that Triclops really is as rare as they're trying to make it be, this is like Mattel making the figure be rare on purpose. That kind of to kind of drive the price up. Now we saw that happen in comics back in the 90s, the early 90s, with the independent comics and the explosion of comics and people coming in, the speculators coming in and buying up all the issue number ones because they thought that they would go up in value someday. And then they found out that the print runs on those were so high that they would never ever go up in value. And then you had this big bubble collapse. You may find this same thing happen in the toy market because of this in a few years. What do you think, Adam?
If things keep going the way it is, I could see it happening. I could see at the very least retail crashing.
Yeah, yeah. 50-ish for a $15-$20 figure, but the crazy upcharge on this new, this is, and let me tell you what not to do, okay? Because I almost fell into this trap, and I'm kind of glad that it didn't happen to me. If you remember, there was a Mysteries of Grayskull set that came out. Was it San Diego Comic Con or PowerCon?
PowerCon.
PowerCon. And at the time, shipping was all mucked up because of the coof, right? So all these shipping containers were floating in on the ships off the coast of San Francisco and Los Angeles, and they couldn't get into the port of the United States because there wasn't any workers there to unload them. So all these ships were offshore with all this junk on it that was coming to the United States from China, including the Mysteries of Grayskull set, by the way. Okay. So when PowerCon hit, those sets weren't even sold at PowerCon because they haven't been unloaded from the ships yet. So everybody at PowerCon got this IOU. We'll send you your set whenever it gets here. Okay. And that same thing happened to the people who had pre-ordered it from PowerCon that weren't going to be at PowerCon. And I think that there were a few sets that were released to Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Big Bad Toy Store, I know, had a few that they tried to sell. Same thing. And then as a result of all that, Mattel, when the ships finally got unloaded and everything, nothing was sent to anybody yet. I think Mattel offered it for sale over there on their Mattel Creations. Was that correct? For a little
Which one are you talking about?
Mysteries of Grayskull.
Mysteries of Grayskull. I'm not sure. I thought that was only.
I think it was offered like either directly from Mattel or Mattel Creations. They offered that, and those who wanted it could get it that way as well. Those shipped before the ones that were supposed to go to the people at PowerCon. Now, in that period of time, okay, I was suffering from FOMO. You know what FOMO is, there, Adam?
Never heard the term.
Yeah, it's the fear of missing out, and it's what causes us to pay inflated prices for things that we shouldn't pay for.
Gotcha.
So I was suffering from FOMO, and I had gone over to the Evil Bay, and I had found a seller that was selling it for the Mysteries of Grayskull set for well over $500. And I actually put in I bought it. I put in, and it was for an unshipped item. Okay. Now, and then they started selling it over there at Mattel, and there was a guy that had it for sale for $50, and I bought it from him, and I canceled that order with that other guy, and luckily he was willing to cancel the order with me because he couldn't get his item in because it was the San Diego Comic-Con thing. And then, of course, he offered to do that, and I took him up on the offer. I said, "Okay, no, I'm not buying it from you." And I dodged a big bullet when that happened. And I told myself that I would never, ever, ever again do a buy it now on an item that was unshipped. Don't do that because you never know when the thing is going to be re-released. That's just like $1. I shouldn't have ordered $1, but I didn't pay a little. I paid a little over $50 for it, which a little over what's reasonable, but not as bad.
Yeah,
not as bad.
That's pretty much the average from what I pay from anything that I get from Jones or from Mattel Creations is around that price range. So
there you go. So, but anyway, if it's not available now and somebody's selling it on eBay, that's a crooked thing to do. If you don't have the item in hand to sell, you don't need to be putting up an eBay auction for it. What do you think, Adam?
yeah, pretty much. I don't really go after them. The only reason why I even got Wonder or even got characters like Grizzlor is because of the community like Joneser and the Manchild sent me out Wonder. I wouldn't have gotten them.
Yeah,
There's a lot of the
$30.
exclusives I don't chase for them.
It said Pimp Daddy Satan says he got his box set for PowerCon, the add-ons for Cals of Grayskull, paid like $70 for it a few months ago after the excitement wore off. And Bruiser was saying he got his for like 30, which is that's excellent. I don't even know how much
Friggin' right it is.
went for. I mean, I think it went for like what, $20, $19.99. I think is what it was going for. And of course, it had the Spirit of Grayskull in it, which I didn't like that Spirit. The Spirit was A, too big, and B,
I didn't like it either. It was the wrong color.
and I don't even think it glowed in the dark. And that was a big mistake. They should have made that thing glow in the dark.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I like the one Hebro did better.
yeah. Hebro did it. He did it on his 3D printer, and he made his glow in the dark. He used glow in the dark filament on his 3D printer.
Yeah,
and I think he even painted the eyes and the mouth on it, so that in the nose.
Even the Lazarak monster arm, it was too big for the playset. You put the playset in, you had to bend the arm like this.
Yeah, and either that or open the trap door and let it be coming out through the trap door.
Yeah,
and
the only thing I liked out of that was the spacesuit.
Yeah, the spacesuit was okay, but the knees were messed up on it. Did you know that?
Were they? I'm not sure if I remember.
Yeah. The knees have that knee problem. Some of the figures have it too. Hebro shows you how to fix that with you have to Dremel out the hole, and so it'll go in there and go and fit flush with the kneecap. Because in other words, there's a gap there if you don't, and mine have that gap in the knee.
Yep.
And the dungeon grate was too big for where it was supposed to sit too, in my opinion.
Yep. I'm gonna step out in about 5 minutes, Bill. I gotta go meet my daughter for school.
Sure.
So I got about 5 minutes.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and take your ad off the stream there, and the little picture of the Grayskull Tower. There you go. And when you get ready to just pop off, man. And let's see. Pimp Day says the tentacle and spacesuit was a reason to buy it. Yeah, mainly the spacesuit, in my opinion.
For me too. Yep.
Yeah, it was for the spacesuit was missing from Grayskull, and to me, the spacesuit is an integral part of Grayskull, and I think that they really intended to do the spacesuit in Grayskull, but they couldn't for some reason. Whatever the reason was, I don't know. It's speculation on my part. I'm just speculating that originally they intended to include that spacesuit as an add-on figure, and they put the sorceress figure in there as a consolation figure when they couldn't get the spacesuit done.
Maybe the spacesuit guy just wasn't ready yet or something.
Yeah, it's something, because the peg hole was already there, even though it's still not in the right place.
Not really.
Yeah, the peg hole was already there. They knew that spacesuit was going to go in there, but the tentacle monster, the dungeon grate, and I was excited at first about the Spirit of Grayskull till I saw what it actually looked like. I think my Talos Dream Shop Grayskull looks a ton better. What do you think?
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the one that Mattel released.
Yeah, let me put that toy.
I mean, I would have bought the set if it would have hit retail. I would have bought it, but
yeah, I think Talos did a much better job there with that. And that's not the only spirit that's available, folks. There's another one that's floating around out there that looks like this. And you can buy this also from an Etsy seller. And I use them interchangeably because the spirit is a ectoplasmic creature, which he kind of floats around and he gets in different shapes and forms. So I can use those interchangeably. Let me go back over here. Yep. And let's see what else Pimp Daddy Satan said. I wish I could get the Horde 4-pack, but it's expensive now. It was then too. But I don't want to pay $250 for it. And I don't blame you. I wouldn't pay $250 for 4 figures. No.
No.
Does the Talos spirit glow in the dark? Yes, it does. Matter of fact, both of those custom, there goes my chair squeaking. I'm going to put some WD-40 on it, like Jim said. If you guys want me to put some WD-40 on my chair, send me a tip there on Streamlabs. Let me put that banner up there so you can see how to do that. There we go. Now you go to that link right there. You can give me a tip on Streamlabs, and if I get enough tips from Streamlab, I'll go buy a can of WD-40 and fix my squeaky chair. But yeah, both of those Etsy spirits do glow in the dark. Cool. And if you go to Etsy and look up Spirited Castle Grayskull, you'll pull up Talos Dream Shop. He does his spirit, which is like mine over here on the custom castle. It's kind of floating off to the side. And then there's another seller over there. He makes his, and his floats in the middle.
Are those made out of resin? Are they? What are those ones?
They're made out of PLA. They're
PLA. Okay.
3D printed. And they both come with little stands to hold them. Here, let me bring this one over here. Oh. All right, I've got this on a box. This box is my box. Here's the little stand right here, this part here. And I've got this Magician's waxed in there pretty good, but this comes out like that, and it fits down into this like that. And that's the stand that this guy makes for his. And I got it on this little box here.
That's cool.
But anyway, that's this spirit. The one that Talos has over here, let me grab it real quick. He 3D prints this little stand right here, which is the Maltese cross that sits on He-Man's chest.
I like that.
Yeah, and it's also got this little stand holder, which I don't know if you can see this or not in the camera, but it's got the Maltese cross on both sides.
You can see it engraved, yep.
Mm-hmm. And then the spirit has, I don't know if you can see that or not on this camera, but there's a groove right here. It's etched into it.
Yep.
And on the inside of the stand is a groove that matches that, so that it slides right into that and it doesn't come out. It keeps it in there. And that's the Talos one is made like that. So, and when you set it on top of your castle, you can't see this part here, but you see this part floating up above whichever tower that you place it on.
All right, Bill, I'm gonna head on out. I gotta pop out.
All right, we'll see you, Adam. It was good to have you on the show. I'm probably not going to last too much longer myself after you leave. And it's good to have you on, and you and your daughter have a great time together.
Yep.
Man.
Thanks, everyone, for dropping in too. See you all later. Take a good one.
All right, take it easy, Adam. And yeah, so that spirit does glow in the dark there, ZCD99. All right, well, guys, I appreciate y'all showing up. I've got some more things I need to do here around the house, and I'm going to head out myself. And I was glad you guys showed up. It's been a great chatting with you guys. Oh, Wilhelm Toy and Hobby just showed up. Hey, I'm on lunch, so I can't stay long. Yeah, I'm just about ready to wrap it up for the day there, Will. Get with me on Instagram when you get a chance. There's something I want to work on, and I might want you to help me with. We'll work it out together. And I just want to say I'm glad you guys showed up, and we'll see you all the next time. And remember what I always tell you, together we shall triumph.
Special thanks to these supporters on Patreon. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like and subscribe and share the video.